Is your child struggling with addition and subtraction, especially when borrowing is involved? Then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Laurie Fouts. I've been an educator in the state of Texas for over 30 years, with the last 7 focused on math intervention. My mission? To give kids the tools they need to become confident mathematicians. Here's the challenge. In 2nd grade, students are introduced to double-digit addition and subtraction. When there's no borrowing or carrying, they usually manage fine. But the moment they need to borrow or carry, or another word for that is regrouping, well, that's when things get tricky. You may have heard phrases like, go next door and get 10 more. But what regrouping really means is just trading things of equal value to make a problem easier to solve. Here are 2 problems I've written on the board. Both of these have numbers using double digits, a group of 10s and group of 1s. In 92 minus 47, kids often reverse the numbers when they notice that the number on the bottom or the number on the floor is greater than the number on the top. And that's what we see here in the 1's case. 7 minus 2 is what they do in their head, and they think the difference is 5. They don't yet understand why regrouping matters in this situation. Here's another example. 46 plus 28. Notice over here in the 1's place, we have a sum that is greater than 10. It's easy to add or subtract when the numbers fit neatly on our fingers. But once sums are greater than 10, or the number you're subtracting from is too small, regrouping is the only way forward. Without that foundation, students get stuck, frustrated, or start guessing. So how do we help kids see regrouping? You gotta start concrete. Kids need lots of hands-on counting practice, not just counting orally, like 1, 2, 3, but they actually need to be counting objects, grouping large collections into groups of 10 or even groups of 100, and counting up the remaining objects that can't go into those groups. For instance, you could have some popsicle sticks at home. Have the kids count them, start them counting by 1s, and then when they get to a group of 10, bundle them up like this. So here we have 10 and 10 more is 20, and then you add on 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Or if your child is experienced, they could see, well, I see 3, so this must be 23, and 3 more is 26, because 3 plus 3 is 6. You can also use cubes as well. Here I have grouped a group of cubes into a group of 10, and here's another group of 10. But if you have these cubes, what's nice about these is that you can actually fit them or compose them into a group of 10. We've got 10 plus 10, that's 20. And oh, I see 4 more, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. In school, though, we eventually move students to something called place value blocks. A single cube equals 1. A long or a rod is equal to 10, because we can see the 10 cubes, like these, put neatly together into a group. And this flat here has 100 cubes in it, so we know it is equal to 100. Kids can physically trade a long for 10 ones. That's regrouping in action. Once they're comfortable with these kinds of blocks, then we have them in school draw quick sketches beside their written problems. And this is something you can do at home with your child. These pictures or sketches will help them visualize the regrouping step as they calculate. And the sketches are as follows. We draw a square to represent the hundreds. We draw a line to represent the 10s, or longs, or rods. And we draw a dot to represent the 1s. Now, let me show you 2 problems where you can draw a quick sketch beside the equations. Here I have one, 57 plus 24. And what we would do in school, and you can do this at home, is we can draw 5 tens and 7 ones. Going back to this representation over here on my board. There we go. And now I need to put 24 with it. 24. In school, when we're adding, we start the students with the ones place. Now they can see I have 7, I have 4. Well, I can see I need 3 more to make a group of 10. So I'll just bubble in 3 from down here. That makes 10, 11. 11 ones. Well, one group of 10 needs to go over here. And I'm left with 1 1. Here I write my 1, that's represented here, and I put a 1 above my 10s because I regrouped to 10. Then I count my 10s. I see 5 and 3. 5 plus 3 equals 8. So my sum is 81. 57 plus 24, the sum is 81. Now let's try a subtraction problem. 84 minus 36. And what you need to really help your student understand is that 84 is a total. We are going to take out the 36. It is a part, and we're going to be left with a part. So I'm only going to draw 84. So that's 8 tens, and I like to stack them into groups of 5 because that relates again to your fingers. 5 and 3 makes 8. So here are my 8 tens, or 80, which is the value, and then 4 ones. Now they can see I've got 4 ones here, and I need to take out 6. It's very important that your students line up their digits, the ones underneath each other and the tens underneath each other. So 4 ones. Can I take 6 ones away from it? Absolutely not. I don't have enough. So what do I need to do? I need to regroup. Here's where that borrowing term comes in. I'm not actually getting rid of it, like taking it out totally. I'm just trading it or decomposing it, breaking it apart into 10 ones. Now I have 14 because 10 plus 4 is 14. And I'm not using just 8 tens anymore. I'm using 7. I know when I was back in school, I was just taught these steps and I had no understanding of what it meant. I didn't understand the values. I just was a rule follower. And a lot of times when kids are rule followers like this and they don't have the understanding, they will come into problems down the road, especially if the number has a 0 in the ones place or tens place if you have a value like 804. Now, can I take 6 away from 14? Absolutely. I can see 5, 6. I'll bubble in what I have left. Oh, 4 plus 4 is 8. My difference is 8 ones. And now I have those 7 tens and I need to take away 3 tens. So, I'll just take these 3 away. What am I left with? My difference is 4 tens. You can even have your student check the answer to make sure that it's correct. Because remember, this is a part and this is a part, and we can put them back together to see if we get what we started with. This is a really good practice. 36 plus 48. What is that? I would encourage you to have your students draw the values again. 3 tens and 6 ones, plus 4 tens and 8 ones, and then start your regrouping. But for time's sake, we'll just write it down here. 6 plus 8 ones is 14 ones. I regrouped my group of 10. Oh, 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. This checks out. It's what I started with. So the next time your child struggles with borrowing, carrying, or regrouping, don't just tell them the steps. Slow down, let them model it with sketches and encourage them to draw it out. With practice, these representations become the bridge to true understanding. If this video helped you, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with another parent or teacher who wants to help kids succeed in math. Together, we can make regrouping and math click for kids.